we are diving into some Black Friday strategies just to consider, especially if you are wanting to run a Black Friday sale this year in 2024. And the last two episodes have been very juicy. So I hope you will give it a re listen. And I hope you will also consider joining in our free masterclass. And I know when this episode airs, the masterclass has been in the past, but now it's live. So we made sure to record it, and you can watch it whenever you want to watch it, but it will be available. So I will be sure to link it in the show notes. But if you are brand new to meeting Mara and Becca, do you mind introducing yourselves again to the listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Mara Kasarik, and I'm an online course designer and launch strategist. So, when someone wants to set up a digital product or an online course, so like a course, a workshop, an ebook, anything like that, I help them actually get it set up, give them the accountability to set it up, and then figure out how to sell it to their audience.
Yes, and I am a website designer. I design on Showit and Squarespace. I primarily do website in a days at this point because I have a 1 2 year old. So that is what works best with my schedule. And I also have a couple courses. One teaches people how to DIY a Squarespace website, and then I have an SEO course as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for coming back. And I'm really excited about today's topic because, Becca, this is where you are going to share your expertise on design that converts, especially as we're talking about Black Friday, like how to really design your Black Friday sales page or landing page, but then also how to elevate your Black Friday offer with strategic copy and branding. So I'm really excited about diving into this topic.
Yeah. So I'll just dive in. I think the first thing that, even though I'm a website designer, I love website design. I honestly think copywriting is one of the most important things. And so prior to ever designing the sales page, I would definitely say figure out your copy. Let's say you already have your offer created, which if you listen to the last episode, we talk about how many offers you should do for Black Friday and if it should be a new offer or not. Hint, it should not be a new offer. So let's say you already have your sales page done. That's great. I would say just really quickly send out an email to your email list and say, if you want to hop on a call with me, it'll be 10 minutes. I'll send you a $5 Starbucks gift card. I just want to ask a few questions. Just because I think it's important to really hone in that copy and their verbiage, especially if you haven't looked at the sales page for a year. The journey, the buyer journey, 2024, like people are feeling differently. So just get on a quick call, get some of their words, see what their pain points are, what would push them over the edge to buy, and just see if there's ways you can maybe tweak some of that copy, specifically the copy above the fold. So when people first land on the sales page, the first thing they see is usually like the name of the offer or the main thing the offer does. And the name of the offer probably won't change, but maybe what it does, maybe there's a way to tweak that. Or you might have like a subheading text under or above that maybe addresses a pain point and maybe you want to tweak that. So that's the first thing, is just, is there a way you can really play into the emotion of your buyer in 2024, and or whatever year it is, and how can you put that emotion above the fold?
I love that. Do you have anything to add to that, Mara, especially since you have experience in designing landing pages for your own clients?
Yeah, for Black Friday, a lot of the times you're reusing assets that you already have, which if you make a new sales page, that's amazing. I'm so incredibly proud that you have like the time to do that, but most of us have to reuse an existing sales page. So I think it's good to think about, what do you need to update for Black Friday? So do you need to add a timer, which I bet we'll talk a little more about because timers are usually pretty big, but I'm talking about like the countdown thing at the top of the page. Do you need to change what the price is? Like, do you need to cross out the price and then say it's a different thing? Like, make it very clear what the Black Friday offer is, because sometimes I see people, they talk about their Black Friday offer in the email, and then they just link to their regular sales page, and it says nothing about Black Friday. It says the thing is still like $2,000, and maybe if people go click to buy, like it is discounted, but people don't know. Like they click over and they're like, oh, she said she was having a sale, but this looks like the same exact sales page, and there's nothing about Black Friday. So just make sure you're adding a few elements, and you don't have to overhaul your whole sales page. You do want to be mindful that future you is going to have to undo all of this. So like make it easy for yourself. If you're using something like Showit, make a canvas that you can duplicate, turn it off, turn it on. So that way, the day after your sale ends, you can clean everything up and you're not that person who, like, on Christmas still has their Black Friday language up on their sales page.
Yes, I've actually seen things like that, and it's turned me off from like wanting to buy from that person because I'm like, do they have it together? I don't know.
Are they still in business?
Yes.
Like to me, that happens all the time. I see someone's page and I'm just like, wait, are they in business? Because their sales page like says they have one kid and now I know they have four, or it says they have like a totally different business, or links are broken. So just do some housekeeping. Make sure everything works. It still looks tidy. You've got it refreshed.
I like that. I'm sure you're going to mention this, Becca, but I just thought of this too. Make sure your mobile is optimized as well, because I saw like I remember this very distinctly. This was about 2 or 3 years ago, and for those of you who are OG listeners, you know that there are two sides to my business. I'm a photographer and I'm also a systems and workflow educator. And so I was looking at a sales page for a photography workshop in Montana, and Montana is my home state. And of course I was like, I have to go to this. I want to go to this. I love Montana. But then when I clicked over to the mobile side, because I wanted to just like view it easily from my iPhone, nothing. Everything was overlaid. Like all the text was overlaid. It was like they forgot, oh yeah, people have a smartphone that they need to view it on. And so that really turned me off. And I just was like, I'm not going to go to this workshop because this is disorganized. It's a mess.
Yeah, and even if you think about Black Friday, like think, what are you doing on the actual day of Black Friday? Most likely you're like figuring out what to buy. We all kind of feel that little like increase in anxiety because we're like, ooh, urgency, right? And so you're looking at Target, you're looking at Amazon, you're looking at these potential business purchases. Where are you doing that? There's a good chance you're doing it on your phone. So definitely making sure it's mobilely optimized, especially if you are adding in different like canvases, different sections. Squarespace kind of automatically will adjust it for mobile, but not perfectly. So make sure you check. And then Showit does not adjust it for mobile. So definitely check with both of those. And another thing I thought of, Mara, when you were talking about like little things to tweak it really easily to make it stand out for Black Friday, on both Showit and Squarespace, you can put a shape in like just like a circle or whatever. And you can use one of those, like, you know, those stars with lots of points, and just do a quick shape that says like on sale, put some text that says on sale, like super easy, but it makes it really obvious. And consumers usually know like, oh, when we see that, it's a sale type of situation. So that's another way to just make it stand out for Black Friday.
I love it. Now, how can we help? Because, okay, listeners, I have to let you know this. We had recorded this episode and it was so juicy. And this is still going to be a juicy episode, but my power went out and we lost the entire episode. So I want to make sure that Becca talks about the importance of also marrying copy with your branding, because you had some really good points on copy.
Yeah. So like I said kind of in the beginning, I think that copywriting needs to really dictate the design. And so I would definitely say, again, if you already have your sales page, good, go through, ask some people, see if there's ways to tweak it. I'm going to assume that you have branding like color palette and fonts, so I'm not going to go into that. But another thing to just think about is, because branding is so broad, right? It's copy, it's photos, it's your colors, it's who you are. And so a way to really convey who you are is through good photos. And if you're like, Becca, I do not have the funds to hire a branding photographer right now, go ahead and grab your cell phone and have a partner take a picture of you looking at the camera. So you're building that know, like, trust factor right off the bat. Smile really big and put that photo within 1 to 2 scrolls of the top. If you have branding photos, amazing. Use those obviously throughout your sales page. That's really going to up level the design. Good copy, that's going to make the sale. Good photos, that's going to up level the design as well as build that know, like, trust factor. And so I know, like, we can dive more into photos if you want, but if you don't have photos, there's free platforms like Unsplash, Pixabay, Pexels, Pexels, and you can just type in very specific, I would say, for what your industry is. Like, if you are a planner type of person and you're an integrator, we're going to use Dolly as an example. Maybe you type in girl working on a planner, like paper and pen planner type of thing. So using photos that are very catered towards your industry, you can do that until you have time and money to pay for a brand designer.
I love it. Thank you. These are exactly the points that I wanted you to talk about and bring up again from our past conversation. All right, Becca. So you have spoken about copy and branding and incorporating your own, like, branding kit, which is really important because it's a part of your business. What about, since highlighting Black Friday, this is an urgency based sale. So how can you incorporate that in your design?
Yeah. So like we talked, Mara mentioned countdown timer. Definitely put that in. It's super easy. It does involve usually a little bit of code, but it's just copy and paste. Like, anybody can do it. So countdown timer, like, at the top. That's a really easy thing to do. And then I already talked about, like, a little icon you could do that says, like, sale or something like that. Another thing is to really clearly communicate the unique value of this being a Black Friday offer. So I already said, like, you're already communicating the unique value of your product or service or whatever it is, but explain, like, the exclusivity part of it or limited time availability. Put that pretty high up on the sales page to motivate your customer to act quickly.
I love it. And now, listeners, I know that we had mentioned, hey, like, this is a series that we're doing, and we have a free masterclass about the 5 trends of 2024 to keep in mind for your next Black Friday sale. But that has, when this episode airs, it is past October 2nd. So we have that masterclass on, like, you can watch it immediately. I will be sure to link it in the show notes. But I will also say that Mara, Becca, and I have this simplified Black Friday planning toolkit that we have created, and it is available also for purchase. So, Mara and Becca, do you mind sharing a little bit about this Black Friday simplified toolkit?
Yeah, because I'm so excited about this because this is something I wish I had 5 years ago, you guys. So I'll talk about some of the elements that I added in, but there are email templates for your entire Black Friday sale. And Becca talked a lot about copy. Copy's really annoying, right? Like, how many of us have put something off because it's terrifying to start from a blank Google Doc? So we created email templates for the entire sale, the pre-sale where you tell people what you're selling, and then the actual sale. You can copy paste, adjust it so it sounds like you zhuzh it up so that it, like, talks about your offer. It doesn't look the same as everyone else. But how amazing is that to have all of your emails, like, just done for you? They're in a Google Doc, so you can copy the Google Doc, have everything, and then get them scheduled out.
I'm really excited about that part. And then what I added to this kit was, of course, the planner portion. So if you are wanting a plan of action for how to integrate your content into your Black Friday, like, as you're priming your audience for Instagram, I've created just kind of like a launch plan for that. And I've also created a mini launch plan for you to use if you are 2 weeks out, 1 week out, and then the week of. And so that is where my bread and butter came in, and I'm really excited. Of course, you all, I made a Trello board for it, and then there's also a Google Doc version of that as well. And then, Becca, do you mind sharing what you created for this kit?
Yeah, so I did all the design type of things. So I think one of the things I'm most proud of is the sales page. And I really didn't just want to design a pretty sales page, but I wanted to design a sales page that's going to convert. So I have places for you to put the countdown timer. I have places that say, put your testimonials here, because that's a huge part of making sure you have a sales page that converts. I made the call to action buttons very, very clear. Another way to make sure that your sales page converts. So that was my thing. And then I also created Canva templates because really wanted this to be easy for you guys. And so Canva Instagram story templates, Instagram like carousel. So you can just plug and play your colors and it'll cater to your branding. And then you can, put your offer and stuff.
And we really wanted to help you, the listener, put together your Black Friday sale in under 2 hours, honestly. Because hopefully you have the product, you have the digital product, you have the service that you want to sell, that you've already created. You're not creating it right now. You've already created it. And now instead of stressing and putting it together the night before Black Friday, why not sit down one night this week, and a month before when this episode airs, it's a month before November. And so you will have a stress-free and more simplified Black Friday. So I'm really excited about this kit. It grew because the idea grew and was birthed because of our DM conversations on Instagram.
I just really want people to spend more time eating pie this year and not planning their Black Friday sale. So we tried to truly make something that is just copy paste. I keep calling it the nearly done for you of yes, you need to add in your name, you need to personalize a few things, but we did about 95% of the work for you so that you can just rest, relax, and eat a bunch of pumpkin pie.
That's true. And you all, if you're wondering, well, will you guys use it? Yes. Yep. I'm using this kit on 2 of my items. So there you go.
I am at Mara Kasarik on Instagram, and then same thing for my website. If you just type in the URL, you'll see I publish a ton of behind the scenes content. I do a lot of income reports about what's working in my business and also what's not working at all. And then I do a lot of content around digital products, courses, what software to use, all of those questions that you wish you could ask someone, I try to answer.
Oh, and I love those income reports so much. It's so real and it just makes you more so relatable, and which I love. So everyone, thank you so much for listening in. And as a reminder, if you are just now tuning in to episode 3, go back and listen to this series, all about how to plan a more simplified Black Friday, because you should just be enjoying your Thanksgiving weekend with your loved ones and your family. And so I hope listening in has kept it a little bit more streamlined and simplified for you. And I will talk to you later. Bye.